The industry is rapidly changing. Intellus is poised to be at the forefront of that change.
I've always felt like Intellus is a place for people to try to do their roles better, no matter what that role happens to be. And so we continue to try to be in that sort of offering for our members. So we find ourselves at this intersection where primary market research is now overlapping with data insights, with market access, and primary market researchers are being asked to have a lot of different skill sets. So I feel like our role is to aid individuals in hearing about those trends and developing those skill sets and then taking them back to their organizations so that they can function better in their roles.
The future of our industry is really kind of in flux. There's a lot of changes occurring, a lot of new regulations, privacy issues. It's getting harder and harder to do the job that we've always done. So it's really important for an organization like Intellus to bring people together to advocate for our function, give us resources, and give us support, because we really need it probably more than we ever have before. I'm the Intellus representative on the Ephemera Intellus Drug Classification Committee. I've served on it for about 10 years now. And everybody in our industry takes for granted that when they use drug level databases that all of the drugs are organized and they can do analysis pretty easily, but this committee is actually responsible for the organization of the structure of the classification. So as new drugs come to market, brand new things that we've never had before, we're the people that actually create classes or find homes for these new drugs to go. And we meet in Europe about 5 times a year, and I always tell people in our industry this is a really important thing that they should be concerned about, because it actually can affect the reimbursement that you receive for your drug. Payers look at the classification, they see where your drug is classified, and they use that to help them make decisions.
The Intellus Health Literacy Initiative is really designed to help us keep patients in the forefront of all of our decisions, to understand that we need to make materials and resources for patients that are easily understood and communicate the needs of their medicines, their treatments, and how they can best stay and take care of themselves. So the initiative actually was designed to help educate our agency partners and our manufacturers on ways to develop labels that are easily understood and how to conduct research and bring these patients into our research so that we develop materials that they understand and can use to have effective conversations with their doctors.
The Adverse Event Initiative is designed to standardize market research adverse event reporting in the pharmaceutical industry. Our goal is, very simply, to have it standardized, have one reporting mechanism, and be able to have people trained once a year on one standardized program rather than for every company having a different program.
I realized that this was a great group that I wanted to be a part of, to make more connections, to learn more about the industry, and to get exposure to other industry leaders. And Intellus is known as one of the premier conferences, if not the premier event. And I really wanted to get involved with something that's so well known and so well recognized.
It's my way of giving back, so to speak, for all the people, all the great mentors that have helped me throughout my career. So that's part of it. The other thing, quite frankly, is that I get very excited because I get to see all the content that might be or might not be part of the conference. And that, to me, is very exciting. I get to see all the cutting-edge talks, information that might be out there, and then have a vote in terms of what things get to be seen, which will be most valuable to the next generation of marketing researchers in this industry. So for me, it's a very exciting proposition.
There seems to be this collective anxiety about where the industry is heading. What will the impact of AI be? The industry is changing. What are our jobs going to look like in the future? And it's really nice to come here because I realized it's not just me, that other people have this too, but that there's a sense that we're all kind of working together to find a solution, and it won't just be one solution, it'll be multiple solutions, but that if we just make small changes to what we do and how we operate our business one step at a time, we'll all just get there.
The customer's changing, the proposition's changing, your profit is changing, and then you started to see why. And the subsequent talks talked about AI, where AI is enabling different ways to look at a customer, different ways to engage and behave. All of those changes, you can hear that change is happening, and then you can start to see the look on everyone's face, the challenges that they're dealing with, and where we need to go as a field.
In this world of insights that we are in, everyone's trying to figure out why people do what they do, trying to that real, true why, getting deeper. And then once they've understood that, making meaning out of it in a way that gets the stakeholders and the decision makers to act. So it's making those insights actionable.
The keynote speaker, when he said continuous next, that kind of hit me. It's like we're 3.5 years into our journey of our business, and it's always evolving. And whatever you do, whether it's with your team or your product, I think it always needs to be keep on moving, keep on learning, and keep on understanding what the people in the market want.
I know a lot of people are concerned about AI in this industry, but I think this is a topic that we all have to wrap our arms around and really get to understand and learn. Plus, there's a lot of interesting new methodologies that we're really interested to hear more about as well. And of course, meet new people.
I had an aha moment this morning listening to the artificial intelligence session. You know, I've seen it on different agendas time and time again. The aha moment for me is just really how close we are to making use of artificial intelligence in market research.
Many people are coming from different countries, so it's becoming more international. That's something I noticed about Intellus.
I am always making valuable connections. Every conference I've been to throughout the years, there hasn't been one conference where I haven't made multiple invaluable connections.
Our industry is always changing. Change is an inevitable thing. Roles are evolving. So our roles as primary market researchers are evolving too, and we're being asked to have different skill sets at the intersection of primary analytics as well as data visualization and market access. So I see our role as helping our members to navigate those challenges and develop those additional skill sets and then take them back to their organizations so that they can perform their roles and aid their organizations in meeting those challenges.